to Mobility Mondays. I am just about to start my workout for today, so I hope you will join me for that. And then please stick around because immediately following the workout, we're going to be doing our weekly Monday mobility challenge. All I'm using for today's workout is one dumbbell and my jump rope. But if you don't have any exercise equipment whatsoever, that's fine. You can still do this workout right along with me. There are timestamps in the description box down below the video. So if you would prefer to just skip straight ahead to the workout, you can go ahead and use the chapter markers to do that. But if you would like to see the exercises demonstrated and explained before we begin, let's go ahead and get into that right now. So first of all, let's just talk about the equipment that I am going to be using, and then I'll go through what to do if you do not have this equipment. So starting with my jump rope, I have Rebecca with me here today. Rebecca is my adorable black jump rope with these cute little white skulls on the handles. If you would like to know where I get my jump ropes, there is a link and a coupon code in the description box down below the video, so click on the link and use coupon code Rebecca to save an additional 10% on your jump rope. If you do not have a jump rope, that's fine. My jump rope sections are going to take me about 4 or 5 minutes, give or take. So 4 or 5 minutes of any type of moderate paced cardio exercise you want to do is absolutely fine. So first of all, you really can just pantomime jumping rope. So you can just hold on to a pair of imaginary handles and jump over an imaginary rope. That works. If you have a ropeless jump rope, of course you can use that. And if you want to invest in something like that, I think that would be a fine investment. You'll get a ton of use out of it if you plan on following my workouts regularly, because I incorporate jump rope into almost all of my workouts. But if you don't find it especially helpful to hold on to handles, you can really just hold on to imaginary handles and jump over an imaginary rope. That is absolutely fine. If you don't want to do that, just jog in place. You can do high knees, mountain climbers, any type of moderate paced cardio exercise you want to do is fine. And like I said, my cardio sections are going to take me 4 or 5 minutes, somewhere in that neighborhood. So if you would prefer to do something like the elliptical or treadmill or exercise bike for 4 or 5 minutes, that's a great option. You could do up and down the steps if you have steps in your home or your apartment complex. If you have access to the field at your local high school, you could do up and down the bleachers, or maybe you could jog around the track. If you want to take your workout to the beach or the park or the hiking trail, if there's steps there, you can do up and down the steps, or if there's a track you can run around. Just get creative and use what's available to you, but basically 4 or 5 minutes of moderate paced cardio, any way you want to get it done is fine. The most similar to what I'm doing would be to just pantomime jumping rope or jog in place. All right, if you do have a jump rope, any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. I always kind of jog in place like this when I'm jumping rope, but if you are more comfortable jumping with your feet together, of course, jump with your feet together. It doesn't matter what style of jump rope you want to do is fine. The only important thing is that we're counting revolutions of the jump rope. So with each jump rope section, I'm going to be doing 4 sets of 100. So when I say a set of 100 with the jump rope, I'm talking about 100 revolutions of the jump rope. So count 100 revolutions of the rope, that's 1 set. We'll do that 4 times, and that's what our cardio sections are going to look like, okay? Super simple. Moving on to my weighted exercises. So for reference, and for reference only, this is a 10-pound dumbbell. That works well for me. You may need to use something lighter or heavier. That depends on your strength. It depends on your level of fitness. It also just depends on what you have available to you, and of course, how hard you're looking to push yourself today. So please consider all of those factors when choosing your weight and make the decision that is best for you. If you do not have a dumbbell, a kettlebell will also work great. But if you don't have any exercise equipment, just grab a water bottle or a shampoo bottle. You can fill it with water. You might be able to make it a little bit more heavy if you fill it with something like uncooked rice or dried beans or lentils, kitty litter, powdered laundry detergent. If you're taking your workout to the beach, you could fill it with water, or you could fill it with sand. If you're going to take your workout to the park or the hiking trail, maybe sand or pebbles or something like that, or water if there's like a water fountain there. So just get creative and use what you've got. You really can even just, if you're taking your workout like to the park or the hiking trail or the beach or something, you can really even just find like a heavy rock, and that will work. So as long as you can find something that you are able to maintain a secure grip on so that you're not going to drop it and hurt yourself, or break something and make a mess. And as long as it's not too heavy for you, then pretty much anything will work for weight. So just use what's available to you. But I'm using a 10-pound dumbbell. So there are just 2 exercises that I'm doing with my dumbbell. The first is a side lunge. So you want to start by tucking your shoulder blades into your back pockets. So your shoulders are back and down, your chest is lifted nice and high. Starting with your feet together, you're going to step to the side and lunge. So as you step out with this foot, you're bending the leg and you're lunging down, making sure that the shoulder blades stay tucked in the back pockets, shoulders stay back and down, chest stays lifted high, and you're pushing your booty back. So imagine trying to touch the wall behind you with your booty. At the same time, you're keeping that chest lifted nice and high. So think about also trying to touch the wall in front of you with your chest. The point is that you are elongating your spine. You want your back flat, and you want to keep the weight in the heel of your lunging foot. So as I step to the side and lunge, I'm pushing my booty back so that the weight is in this heel. I can actually pick up my toes. And remember, I'm keeping that chest lifted high. So I'm elongating my spine, back is flat, weight is in the heel. So make sure that you're not rounding your back, okay? Tuck those shoulder blades into the back pocket, push the booty back. Flat back, weight in the heel, okay? That's what you want to remember for your lunges. So step to the side and lunge, and then you're going to press this heel into the ground, push the ground away from you as you straighten your legs, and bring your feet back together to a standing position, return to your starting position. All right, so that's just a side lunge. I'm going to be holding onto one dumbbell while I do that, and I'm going to be swinging the dumbbell between my legs, and then I'm going to do an overhead press. So I'm going to start with my dumbbell up here on my shoulder. The side the dumbbell's on is my standing leg. So with the opposite leg, I'm going to step to the side, and as I sink down into my lunge, I'm going to take my dumbbell and swing it between my legs, and then I'm going to swing the dumbbell back up onto my shoulder as I straighten the leg and step my feet back together. And then I'm just going to straighten my elbow, press the weight straight up overhead, and then I'm going to bring the weight back down, return to my starting position. That's it, okay? Super simple. So side lunge, swing the dumbbell, step the feet together, press the dumbbell up overhead. Side lunge with a dumbbell swing, overhead press. Okay, so that is our first exercise. The second exercise is bus drivers. Also super, super simple. So you're just gonna drive the bus, okay? So you're going to hold onto your steering wheel, which in this case is this. This is my steering wheel. So I have one hand on either side of my dumbbell, and I'm just going to rotate my arms like this. All right, so it's super simple. It's just the same motion as though you are turning the wheel of a bus, hence the name bus drivers. And that's it. That's all we're doing today. Those are the only 2 exercises. So it's just those 2 exercises plus jump rope. Now here's the format. So part 1 is going to be 4 minutes of super tough, high intensity interval training. And those are the 2 exercises that we are doing. So my timer is set for 2 intervals. There's no rest interval. The first interval is a 6-second work interval, and in that 6 seconds, that's where you're going to do 1 rep of your side lunge with a dumbbell swing plus an overhead press. Just 1 rep. Then, with your 9-second interval, you're going to do as many bus drivers as you can. And don't be fooled, because this exercise looks super easy and it's very simple, but it's very difficult. So this is gonna be super intense, all right? So 6 seconds to do 1 side lunge with a dumbbell swing and an overhead press. Then grab a hold of your dumbbell by both ends. 9 seconds to do as many bus drivers as you can. Then you're going to switch hands with the dumbbell so that with your next 6-second interval, you're again going to do 1 side lunge, swinging the dumbbell and pressing it up overhead. And then with your next 9-second interval, back to bus drivers. Okay, so that's all we're doing, just going back and forth between those 2 exercises for 4 minutes. So my timer is set for 2 intervals. The first interval is 6 seconds. The second interval is 9 seconds times 16 rounds. That's 4 minutes. So with each 6-second interval, you're going to do 1 side lunge with a dumbbell swing and an overhead press. With each 9-second interval, you're going to do as many bus drivers as you can without sacrificing your form. And just make sure that you're switching sides for your lunge with each round. And that's it. That's part 1, only 4 minutes, but it's gonna be super tough. Part 2 is jump rope. 4 sets of 100 with the jump rope, and that's round 1, and we're going to do 4 rounds just like that, okay? So each round is going to be 4 minutes of high intensity interval training and then 400 revolutions of the jump rope, and we're going to do that 4 times, and that's it. That's the workout. It's a super simple format. We've done this format before, so hopefully that is all clear, but remember that I always do take the time to type out the instructions in the description box down below the video, and I'm going to do the entire workout right along with you, so watch me do it, read the instructions, but then of course, as always, if anything is unclear with the format and how it all fits together, if you have questions about any of the exercises that we are doing today, if you have any doubts about how to do these exercises with the correct form, or if you need help with beginner modifications, please just ask. It's really important that you understand how to do the exercises correctly before you begin the workout, so that you reduce your risk of injury, and also just so that you make sure you're getting the maximum benefit out of each exercise. And you guys know it is also incredibly important to me that all of my workouts are always accessible to anyone and everyone who wants to do them with me. So I'm always here to help facilitate that. Don't hesitate to reach out if you have questions or if you need help. Also, especially if you're going to be working out along with the video, I just want to remind you to please work to your own level. So go at your own pace. Please do not push your body into doing anything that it is not ready to do. Select a weight that is an appropriate weight for you, not anything that's too heavy. Modify the exercises as needed, rest as needed. Those 4 minutes of high intensity are going to be super tough, and there's no designated rest interval. But of course, if you need to pause and rest, that is what you should do. I want you to challenge yourself to keep the rest breaks as short as you can, but they should be as long as you need. Same thing if you need a longer rest break than what I'm taking in between sections. All right, you should only resume the workout once you feel that you have regained enough strength and you have enough stamina so that you can continue with good form. It's really important that you're not racing through the exercises at the expense of your form. If your form is getting sloppy, that means you need to slow down your pace and you may need to pause the video, okay? I'm not going anywhere. When you feel that you are ready to continue, just press play. I'll be here and we can finish the workout together, but just please make sure that you are being smart and that you are being safe. Please listen to your body. Make sure that you are working to your own level. Go at your own pace and mind your form. Do not sacrifice your form for speed. Hopefully I have covered everything. I really hope I've covered everything because it is hot, hot, hot out here, and I want to go ahead and get right into the workout. So if you are ready to begin, grab a dumbbell or a kettlebell if you have one. If not, maybe a household item like a water bottle or a shampoo bottle filled with some sort of weight, maybe even a can of soup from the pantry. Grab your jump rope if you have one, and if you are jumping rope with me today, and then pause the video, go get dressed, meet me right back here. We're going to start with a quick 5-minute warm up and then we'll get right into the workout. All right, so as soon as you're ready, let's get started with our 5-minute warm up. You're going to begin by just allowing your head to fall towards one shoulder. Place your hand on top of your head and just rest it there. You're not actively pulling your ear down towards your shoulder. Your arm is completely relaxed. You're letting gravity do all of the work of gently stretching the other side of your neck by just using the weight of your arm. And we're going to switch sides, so allow your head to fall towards the opposite shoulder. Place your hand on top of your head and just rest it there. Make sure your arm is completely relaxed. And make sure your shoulders are relaxed as well. Don't let your shoulders creep up by your ears. Remember, shoulders should be back and down, away from the ears. Next, we're going to do some head rolls. So you're going to start by just allowing your chin to fall first towards your chest and then towards the opposite shoulder and back. And each time you roll your head from one shoulder to the other, just start feeling your head get heavier and heavier, allowing your range of motion to increase. Arms are nice and loose like a rag doll until eventually your entire torso is just falling down in front of you. Next, shoulder rolls. I always roll my shoulders towards the back. You can roll them towards the front if you prefer. Just make sure that you are exploring your full range of motion, so exaggerate the movement. Make those circles as big as you possibly can. Then we're going to do arm circles, but we are going to start small with our arm circles. So extend your arms out to the side and start by making small circles, either to the front or towards the back, doesn't matter. And then gradually, as the interval progresses, you're going to start making your circles bigger and bigger until finally you're exploring your full range of motion. Make those circles as big as you can. Now step your feet out so that they're a little bit wider than shoulder width apart. Bend the knees, sweep the hands in front of you, and as you straighten your legs, you're reaching up as high as you can. Each time you bend your knees, just expanding your range of motion a little bit more, sinking deeper and deeper into that squat. Now keep your feet right where they are. We're going to lunge side to side, nice and easy. Adding the arms. So with each lunge, I'm just reaching across my body. It should feel like you're trying to throw your arm across the room. Next, we're just going to march in place. So step your feet in and march. Knees low to start, but gradually you want to start driving your knees up a little higher and a little higher until finally you're driving your knees up as high as you possibly can towards your chest. Feel a nice little stretch in your glutes. Now we're just going to jog in place. So again, knees low to start, and then gradually start driving your knees up higher and higher towards your chest until you're driving your knees up as high as you can. Next is booty kicks. So now with each step, I'm just bringing my foot behind me. Really, really try to kick yourself in the booty cheek with your heel. For this next one, you may need to hold onto the wall or a chair for support. If not, you can just have your hands on your hips. Transfer your weight into one foot, pick up the other foot, and just swing the leg front and back. Nice and loose. You're gonna do the same thing on the other side. So you'll put this foot down, transfer your weight, pick up the other foot, and swing the leg front and back. You can start low, and then as the interval progresses, if you feel comfortable, you feel like you're starting to loosen up a little bit, you can start expanding your range of motion, swinging that leg higher and higher. Now, extend one leg out in front of you, and then bring the leg around and behind, making a little semicircle. With each semicircle, I'm raising my leg a little higher. And then with the last two, I'm going to do a hip circle, so driving the knee up towards my chest, and then I'm using my hand to kind of guide it around, other side. So extending the opposite leg out in front, and then just making a semicircle, bringing the leg around and behind, lifting that leg higher and higher each time I make my semicircle. And now 2 hip circles, drive the knee up towards the chest. Use your hand to guide it around. And we'll finish with a quick hamstring stretch. So I'm going to use this post to assist me. If you want to use the wall or a chair or the arm of your couch, it can make it a little bit more comfortable getting into this stretch and a little bit more accessible. Make it a little bit easier to keep your back flat. You want to keep your back as flat as possible as you're doing this stretch so that you isolate your hamstrings a little more effectively. But that's it. That's our 5-minute warm up. So as soon as you're ready, let's go ahead and get right into part 1 of the workout. This is going to be 4 minutes of super high intensity interval training, so do your best. We are starting with 6 seconds to do 1 side lunge with a dumbbell swing plus an overhead press. So get ready. I am starting my timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. So this is 6 seconds to do 1 side lunge with a dumbbell swing plus an overhead press. Now grab a hold of your dumbbell with one hand on either side of the dumbbell, and this is 9 seconds to do as many bus drivers as you can. Switching hands, side lunge with a dumbbell swing and an overhead press on the other leg. And now 9 seconds of bus drivers. Make sure you're switching sides, switching legs. Each time you do your side lunge, switching legs and switching arms. and then back to bus drivers. As many as you can do in 9 seconds. Switching hands, side lunge, swing the dumbbell, press the weight up overhead, back to bus drivers. That's our first 4 minutes. I told you those bus drivers are deceiving. They look like nothing, but they are a killer. Oh, my arms want to fall off. All right, so now, to complete our first round, just going to do our first little cardio section. It's going to take, let's say, 4 to 6 minutes, hopefully. I'm just doing 4 sets of 100 with my jump rope. So again, any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. The only important thing is that we're counting revolutions of the jump rope. So when I say a set of 100, I'm talking about 100 revolutions of the rope. So we're going to count 100 revolutions of the rope. That's 1 set, and we're going to do 4 sets. And then that's round 1, and that's it. That's all we're doing. So if you want to if you're really pressed for time today, if you only have like 10 minutes to do your workout, just do the first round with me, and then you can dip. If you have a little more time, you can do 2 rounds or 3 rounds, or you can do all 4 rounds with me. It's gonna be killer. All right. If you need a longer rest break, pause the video, come back when you're ready. Remember, you can be doing about 5-ish minutes of any kind of moderate pace cardio you want if you don't have a jump rope. If you do have a jump rope, we are counting 100 revolutions of the rope. So as soon as you're ready, here we go, part 2. So we're counting 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 100. So that's my first set of 100. Going to do 3 more. As soon as you're ready. Two more. One more set. All right, that's part 1, or that's round 1, I should say. And that's it. That's all we're doing today. So Super simple workout, but super tough, especially out here in the heat. That was only round 1 and I'm already dying. So again, you can do as many rounds as you want. I'm going to do 4 rounds. You can do more, you can do fewer. Just remember, after you have completed your final round, to do your bonus burpee. And then if you finish before me, use the chapter markers to skip ahead in the video, do a quick cool down with me. And then please stick around and try the mobility challenge. And then just take a few minutes to stretch before you go ahead and have your shower, eat some lunch, and get on with the rest of your day. But we're just going to repeat that whole thing. Well, I'm going to repeat the whole thing 3 more times. Just taking a few more seconds to rest before I start round 2, because this 4 minutes of interval training is so tough. And I just want to let my heart rate come down a little bit more. So if you don't need this long rest break, just, you know what we're doing, just do 3 more rounds or 2 more rounds or 1 more round, whatever you have time for, whatever you want to do today. And if you need a longer rest break than what I'm taking, remember you can always pause the video and just come back when you're ready. I do want to challenge myself to keep my rest breaks short, so I'm going to go ahead and get right into round 2. So as soon as you're ready, here we go, starting my timer in 3, 2, 1. Yeah, okay. Quickly, I didn't realize I had actually started it. I didn't see the numbers moving at first. Other side, side lunge, dumbbell swing, overhead press, and bus drivers. Oh, these bus drivers. I'm doing the 4 for reals. How much longer? Can't do anymore. Holy cannoli. Those bus drivers are such a killer. I warned you. That 4 minutes felt like 14 minutes. And my 10-pound dumbbell felt like it weighed 14 pounds. All right, shake it out. If you don't need to rest, just get right into your next cardio section. Same after our first 4-minute HIIT section in round 1. Just want to give myself a minute to recover because I want my heart rate to come down just a little bit, but I don't want to take too long of a break, so. Couple more deep breaths for me. Remember, just go at your own pace. If you need a longer rest break, just pause the video. Come back when you're ready. And I forgot to mention during round 1, but if you trip over your jump rope in the middle of a set, which I'm probably gonna start doing now that the fatigue is setting in, that's fine. You do not have to go back and restart the whole set. Just take a breath and get right back into it as quickly as you can. Just pick up your count wherever you left off, okay? Just do your best. Remember, your best is always good enough, so let your best be good enough. To take a couple more deep breaths. As soon as you're ready, here we go. 4 sets of 100 with the jump rope or whatever you're doing for your cardio. 20 my first set. 3 more. 4. All right, that's round 2. If you're stopping here, just do your bonus burpee. Use the chapter markers to skip ahead to the cool down. Do a quick cool down with me. Do the mobility challenge. And then you can get your stretching done, have a shower, eat some lunch, get on with the rest of your day. If you are continuing on with me, we are at the halfway point if you're planning on doing all 4 rounds with me. So now's a good time if you need to pause the video to towel off, get something to drink. I'm gonna take another minute-ish to rest before I start round 3. I would like to be taking shorter rest breaks, ideally, in between sections and also in between sets of jump rope, but I'm struggling with my stamina right now, so this is what I've got today. So when I tell you that your rest breaks should be as long as they need, yes, I am challenging myself to keep my rest breaks as short as I can today. Any other given day, I might be able to take shorter rest breaks, but today I'm needing a little bit longer rest breaks. So again, please just make the decision that's best for you. Listen to your body. Do not push yourself into doing anything that your body is not ready to do, and make sure that you have rested long enough so that you have enough strength and enough stamina to continue the workout with good form. I just feel like I need another minute because this part 1, this 4 minutes of HIIT is just so brutal. All right. Oh, a couple more deep breaths. I want to say it's only 4 minutes, but it doesn't feel like 4 minutes. It's torture. It's 4 minutes of pure torture, which feels like 45 minutes. I know I just said it felt like 14 minutes. This one's going to feel like 45 minutes. All right. As soon as you're ready, here we go. I'm starting my timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. So my side lunge with an overhead press towards the end was kind of bleeding into my bus driver intervals, my 9-second intervals, but it was fine because I was needing to rest for those first few seconds anyway, because I just didn't have enough strength to go right into bus drivers without missing a beat. Those are just so deceptively, not hard, but taxing. I remember the first time I tried that exercise, I thought it would be a fun little, like almost a filler. After a few seconds, I was like, oh no, this is tough. So just do your best. If you have to lose a few seconds off of those work intervals, just do your best. The point is to complete as many reps as you can during those 9 seconds. So if you need to rest and complete fewer reps, then that's however many reps you were able to complete that interval. So don't worry about it. All right, so to finish round 3, just need to do another 5 or so minutes of moderate paced cardio. So for me, that is 4 more sets of 100 with my jump rope. And then after this, we have just 1 round left. So we are getting there. If you need a few more seconds to rest before starting this next cardio section, pause the video, come back when you feel you're ready. Get right into your next set as soon as you're capable of doing so. Ideally, I would like to be into my next set by now. So don't wait for me to start your next set if you don't need these long rest breaks in between. That was just my second set. I have to do 2 more. All right. Just one more set. But my heart rate is so elevated right now. I need a few more breaths. Okay, last set. When your legs are so weak, you can't even kick your exercise mat out of the way. C'est moi after the 3rd round. What do you think? Do you have a fourth round in you? If you don't, that's fine. Again, just make sure you do your bonus burpee. You can stop after round 3, but just remember that the workout is not officially over until you have done your bonus burpee. So do your bonus burpee. Bonus burpee. You can use the chapter markers to skip ahead to the cool down. Do a quick little cool down with me. Do the mobility challenge and then stretch, have your shower, eat a lunch to get on with the rest of your day. Usually the planes are just the bane of my existence, but I'm embracing it today because I don't want to shout over them. So each time a plane goes over, it gives me an excuse to rest for a few extra seconds and catch my breath because this is brutal. We have just one round left to go. My heart rate, I'm good with where my heart rate is, I'm good with where my breathing is, but I'm giving myself just another minute because I know that I'm not gonna have the strength to get through this 4 minutes without having to pause and rest. So I would like to keep the rest breaks to a minimum. So I just wanna give myself another minute to regain a little bit more strength and feel like I have enough stamina to get through this one way or the other. A few more breaths and then I'll get into it. So again, if you need a longer rest break, just pause, towel off, get a sip of water. When you feel like you're ready to rejoin me, you can come back. We'll go after the plane. Ready as I'll ever be. This is our 4th and final round. So as soon as you are ready, I'm starting my timer in 3, 2, 1, and go. Oh, it's so hard. Oh my God. All right, that's our fourth and final round of that. So we're finished with the dumbbell. So all we have left to do is our fourth and final cardio section, and then we'll do our bonus burpee, and that's it. So again, 4 to 6 minutes of any kind of moderate paced cardio exercise you want. Again, I'm gonna give myself a nice long rest break before I get started because my stamina is just really, really lagging right now. And I need the extra time to breathe. I need the extra time for my heart rate to come down a little bit. Rebecca is ready to go. I just don't know if Rebecca is ready to go. All right. Oh, I don't feel ready, but let's go ahead and get into it. This is it, home stretch, all right? Last bit, just 4 more sets of 100 with the jump rope, so. One more deep breath. As soon as you're ready, here we go. Let's push through. Just gonna start that set over because that was rep like number 6. So, one more deep breath. All right, let's focus. We got this. one. Three more. Two more. I just have to do one more set. But again, I just need a minute. My heart rate is so elevated. My legs are jelly. I'm sweating. It's dripping off me, dripping into my eyes. It stings. All right. All right. One more deep breath. This is my fourth and final set of jump rope. It's a complete round 4. Complete the workout. Here we go. That's it. That was my fourth and final round. And that's round 4. We made it. It wasn't all pretty, but we got it done. That was super tough. We are not quite finished yet. Remember, no workout of mine is ever complete until we have done our bonus burpee. So we have just 1 rep left to go, but first, whenever I do a workout that incorporates jump rope, as the majority of my workouts do these last couple of years really, in addition to my bonus burpee, I also like to do a bonus set of 100 with my jump rope, just like we've been doing. So any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. We're just counting 100 revolutions of the ropes, just a little bonus. You don't have to do it if you don't want to. The bonus burpee is mandatory. You must do your bonus burpee. The workout is not officially complete until you do it. So you have to do your bonus burpee, but if you would not prefer to do the bonus set of jump rope, that's fine. You can skip it. You can just cheer me on. Hope that I have enough strength in my legs and enough stamina to get through it without tripping over my jump rope. Take an extra minute to rest, and then we'll do our bonus burpee together. If you would like to join me, any style of jump rope you want to do is fine. We're just counting another 100 revolutions of the rope. Just one more deep breath. All right. As soon as you're ready, here we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, 90, and that is 100. All the strength I can muster to slide my mat out of the way. That's our little bonus set of jump rope. So now we have just one rep left to go. Let's go ahead and do our bonus burpee together, and then the workout will be officially complete. So as soon as you're ready, here we go. Final rep of the day. That the workout is now officially complete. So let's just go ahead and do a quick cool down. Just want to keep moving while you allow your heart rate to come down a little bit, while you allow your breathing to normalize. So make sure you're focusing on taking deep, controlled breaths. Think about breathing all the way down to your belly button. Really visualize your diaphragm being pulled down, filling up your entire torso with air. Allow your rib cage to expand, and then use your diaphragm to control the air as you breathe out. And you can just pace around a little bit, shake out the legs, shake out the arms. Let's do a quick shoulder stretch. Just bringing one arm across your body, using the other arm to pull it in tight to your chest. Make sure your straight arm is completely relaxed. Make sure the shoulder is relaxed. If your shoulder's tense, you won't be able to stretch it effectively. So relax your arm that's straight, relax the shoulder, and just keep moving. While we're doing this little bit of light stretching, you want to continuously be moving around. So either pace around back and forth, shake out the legs. I always just kind of shift my weight from foot to foot, shake it out. Let's get the other shoulder. So bringing the opposite arm across your body, using your other arm to pull it in close to your chest. Straight arm is relaxed, shoulder is relaxed. Feel that nice stretch in your shoulder. Make sure you're continuing to move, and make sure you're continuing to focus on your breath. So sending that air all the way down to your belly button, filling up your entire torso with air. Shake it out. Let's do a quick tricep stretch. Bending one elbow. Place your hand on your elbow and just gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder. You want to make sure that your free hand is not hanging out up here somewhere by your shoulder. The fingers of this free hand should be pointing straight down at the ground as you're pulling this elbow gently towards the opposite shoulder and feeling that nice stretch in your triceps. One more breath here. Shake it out. Let's get the other side. So bending the opposite elbow, place your hand on your elbow, gently pull your elbow towards the opposite shoulder. Make sure your fingers of your free hand are pointing straight down at the ground. Make sure you're continuing to move, and make sure you're continuing to focus on your breath as you pull that elbow gently towards the opposite shoulder. Feel that nice stretch in your triceps. And come out. Shake it out again. We're going to finish with a quick quad stretch. So if you struggle with balance, you can hold onto the wall or a chair for support if necessary. If not, you don't have to. You're going to bend one knee, bring the foot behind you, and then reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot. If you're holding onto something for support, just grab a hold of the top of your foot with the hand that's on the same side. If you're not holding onto anything for support, you can reach back and grab a hold of your foot with both hands. And then you're just going to press your heel into your booty cheek. And as you're doing that, you're tilting your pelvis forward. So kind of tucking your booty underneath you. Think about trying to touch your spine with your belly button. And make sure that as you're doing that, you are continuing to press your heel into your booty cheek. As soon as you combine both of those two elements, you're going to instantly feel that stretch intensify in your quads. And you're also going to feel the stretch continue all the way up to your hip flexor. So shake it out. Let's get the other side. Bending the opposite knee. Reach back and grab a hold of the top of your foot with one hand if you're holding onto something for support. If not, you can reach back and grab your foot with both hands. Press your heel into your booty cheek and make sure you're tucking that booty underneath. Tilting the pelvis forward, sucking your belly button back towards your spine. As you press that heel into your booty cheek, feel that stretch intensify in your quads. As you tilt that pelvis forward, you should feel the stretch continue all the way up to your hip flexor. One more breath here. And come out. And one last time, shake out the legs, shake out the wrists, shake out the arms. Swing the arms a little bit. That's it. That is our little cool down. So if you find that you're still breathing heavily and your heart rate is still elevated, just take a couple more minutes to pace around. You can do a little more light stretching. That's great. Just remember that this little bit of light stretching that we do during the cool down does not take the place of a proper stretching routine. It's still really important to make sure that you are taking a good 15 or 20 minutes every day to stretch. It is going to help alleviate any muscle soreness that you might be experiencing after the workouts. It's also going to help reduce your risk of injury moving forward, and of course it's going to improve your flexibility. So 15-20 minutes is great if you have time. If you can do it right now, immediately after the workout is always going to be the most efficient and the most effective time to get your stretching done because your muscles are already nice and warm from the workout. But if you don't have time to stretch now, that's fine. It doesn't matter when you get it done, just as long as you're doing it. But remember that if you do put off your stretching until later on in the day, your muscles will have gotten cold again, so you're going to need to take a few minutes to warm them back up before jumping into your stretching routine. Your muscles need to be warm in order for them to be pliable so that you can stretch them safely and effectively. So please make sure you're taking the time to stretch every day, and please make sure that you are doing so safely. But that's it. The workout is complete. We're nice and cooled down, and now it is Mobility Monday, so that means that I found another mobility challenge. I think I found this one on YouTube. So let me go grab my phone. We'll watch the YouTube short together so that we understand what it is that we are about to attempt, and then we'll go ahead and try it together. Okay, so I lied. I found this one on Instagram. I'm watching the reel right now, so I'm going to show you what I'm looking at. I'll talk us through it so that we understand what it is that we are trying to do. Can you do the one arm warrior challenge? Well, that is what we are about to find out. So I gather it's not too difficult because most of these people are getting it, but let's just kind of analyze the movement. So you're starting in a plank with one hand flat on the floor or the ground, and the other hand is not on the ground. Some people have it on their chest or up on their shoulder. Let's watch it again. So he has it up like on his shoulder. She has it kind of on her rib cage. So most of them seem to have the hand up on the opposite shoulder though. And then what you're doing is kind of rolling towards the inside, so towards the arm that's not on the ground, if that makes sense. And then you have to push yourself up. And that's it. It's a pretty simple movement. And like I said, I don't think it's gonna be too challenging. I'm just basing that on the fact that most of them were able to complete it, looked like pretty easily. A couple of them failed, but I'm thinking this one shouldn't be too difficult. I don't know if it's really fair to call it a mobility challenge. I guess you could say it's testing shoulder mobility, maybe even spinal mobility to a degree, but it just looks like a fun little challenge to try. So this is the one I picked for today. Let's give it a shot and see what happens. All right, so you're definitely going to want something soft beneath you. Get your mat ready. We're going to come down into the mat, and we are starting in a one-arm plank, and I'm going to have my inside hand, we're rolling this way, so I'm going to start towards this end of my mat. So the hand that's towards the outside of the mat is going to be flat on the mat, and this inside hand that's towards the center of my mat, I'm going to have this hand up on my shoulder, and then we're going to bring this shoulder down to the mat first, roll over and keep this hand on the shoulder the entire time, and then press ourselves back up. All right, so coming down into my plank pose, I'm going to pick up my inside hand, place it on the opposite shoulder, and now this hand stays here. And now we're going to bring this shoulder down, roll over, and then press ourselves back up. Now, I think I got it, but I was kind of going slowly and talking us through it, and I kind of used this elbow a little bit, and I don't think that's allowed. So I'm gonna say I kind of got it, and I'm also gonna say that this seems like something we should make sure we can do on both sides. So before I say that's attempt number 1, and we're going to move on to attempt number 2, I wanna see if I can do it going back in the other direction. So I'm going to try to do it a little bit quicker this time so that I can use my momentum a little bit and I don't have to like cheat by using this elbow to help me out. So now this is my outside hand. I'm going to come up into my plank pose, pick up my inside hand, place it on the opposite elbow, and now I'm going to bring this shoulder down and roll over. I'm going to zip my lip and see if I can do it a little bit smoother so I don't have to cheat. Here we go. Okay, yeah, it wasn't beautiful, but I'm counting that. I think I got it. So I'm gonna call that a success. I definitely can work on cleaning it up and getting it to look better, getting it to flow a little nicer, but I'm gonna say I got it. I think I got it. So if you were not successful, that's fine. Remember, warped wall rules. So you get 3 attempts. As long as you are successful by that 3rd attempt, that means that you got it. So if you were successful, let's do it a couple more times anyway. You can work on cleaning yours up with me, unless yours was just picture perfect and beautiful, in which case you're done for the day, I guess. But I'm gonna try to clean mine up a little bit because you guys know that with these mobility challenges, I like to do my own Instagram reel and make my own YouTube short and share those. So I'm gonna keep working on it and get a little bit cleaner, see if I can get it to flow a little better. But I'm counting that. I'm saying that my 1st attempt was successful, but if you were not successful, that's fine. We get 2 more chances. So shake it out, take a deep breath. As soon as you're ready, let's go ahead and try attempt number 2 together. So coming down onto your mat, come towards one end of your mat, come up into a plank position. Now pick up your inside hand, place it on the opposite shoulder, and now bring this inside shoulder down to the mat and roll over. Press yourself back up, and now let's see if we can go back the other way. So both hands down, pick up your inside hand, place it on your shoulder, and roll over. And come back up. I'm gonna say we got it, but I'm also going to, I'm gonna go look at the reel one more time before I try my 3rd attempt because I want to see if they are, so when I'm here, I want to see if they're letting this elbow touch the mat or if it's part of the challenge that your elbow doesn't touch the mat. You know what I'm saying? So I'm here. Yeah, I can do it without my elbow touching the mat, but I just want to see if that's part of the challenge. So I'm going to go watch the reel a couple more times really quickly, and then we'll get into attempt number 3. All right, so I just watched the reel again, and it's unclear to me whether that's really part of the challenge, but I want to not kind of use my elbow at all. So as I'm rolling over, this hand is going to stay on my shoulder. I don't want this elbow to hit the mat. I don't want either elbow to hit the mat, if that makes sense. There was at least one woman where when she rolled over, this elbow kind of hit the mat first, and then she pushed herself up from that position and they counted it. So it's up to you where you want to set your bar. For me, I want to challenge myself so that I'm gonna say part of this is that this elbow never touches the mat, okay? So it's up to you, but however you wanna do it, it's your challenge. Let's just go ahead and our final attempt, our third and final attempt. Let's go ahead and see if we can get this thing nice and cleaned. If you haven't gotten it already, let's go ahead and see if you can successfully complete the challenge. So shake it out. One more deep breath. As soon as you're ready, let's get into this third and final attempt. So starting down here towards one end of your mat, you're going to come into a plank position, pick up the inside hand, place it on your opposite shoulder, and now you're going to bring the inside shoulder down to the mat and roll over and push yourself back up. Both hands down. Let's go back in the other direction. So pick up your inside hand, place it on the opposite shoulder, and we're going to roll over it in the opposite direction. Push yourself back up, and that's it. We did it. So just so it's clear, this is what I'm talking about, all right? So as you're rolling over, I'm trying to not let this elbow touch the mat. Okay, and push myself up from this position. I'm trying to make sure this elbow never touches the mat so that from here, I'm going straight into my hand on the mat. Does that make sense? So there was, like I said, there was at least one woman, her elbow hit the mat first and they counted it. So it is up to you. It's your challenge. But either way, just let me know if you were able to successfully complete the challenge. Let me know if you did use your elbow. And that's it. That is another successful Monday mobility challenge in the books. For me anyway. Let me know if you were successful or not. And let me know what you thought of that challenge. I don't know, like I said earlier, I don't know if it's really a mobility challenge per se, but it was a fun little challenge to try, and I have to say, I kind of thought it was going to be easier than it was. It was kind of challenging, but I thought it was a fun one. So just let me know what you thought of it and how you did. If you did this workout with me today, thank you so much. Please let me know what you thought of it and how you did. Thank you to everyone who has been working out with me lately, and even if you're not doing the workouts with me, thank you for watching the videos. Thank you for liking and sharing the videos. Thank you for all of your wonderful and supportive and engaging comments. It truly does mean the world to me. Thank you to all of my new subscribers. If you are not subscribed already, please subscribe. And of course, a great big thank you to those of you who have been subscribed to my channel for years. Please know that I appreciate you all so very much. One final reminder that if anything is unclear with the format of today's workout, how everything fits together, how you can customize the length of the workout to accommodate your time constraints, if you have questions about the exercises that we were doing today, if you have any doubts about how to do the exercises correctly, or if you need any further help with equipment-free substitutions or beginner modifications, I am always here to help, so please just ask. That is going to do it for today, but before I say goodbye, I just have to say one final thank you to those of you who have been watching the videos all the way until the end and commenting with the secret code phrase of the day. So before I say goodbye, I will give you today's secret code phrase of the day. It is, who are those guys? So if you are still watching this video, hello, thank you for watching all the way until the end. Please let me know that someone is still watching by going down to the comment section and leaving me a comment that says, who are those guys? That is going to do it for today. I will see you all next time. Bye.